From the hit series Life in the Amazon comes an all-new spin-off focused on animal life centering on the African rivers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Life in Africa. From the intimidating Nile crocodile with its razor-sharp teeth and its predatory instincts to the gorgeous African cichlids and tropical fish. To the hungry hippos, the mighty lions, friendly zebras, and the tall reticulated giraffes, every animal from Africa will be discussed. Life in Africa goes live right now. Please press start.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life in Africa. I'm your host, Alex Cardinale. Tonight, we are taking a trip to Kenya, and we are going to learn about all the wildlife that lives in the country Kenya. We are also going to learn about the African country Kenya. Now, Kenya is home to some incredible land animals. For example, Kenya is home to the mighty lion. It is home to the beautiful leopard. It is home to zebras and even elephants. Kenya is also home to some beautiful aquatic creatures, such as the Nile crocodile, the tiger scat, monos, and more. Should you have any questions on Kenya, please post them in the comments. I hope you enjoy this episode of Life in Africa, and I hope you enjoy learning about Kenya and the wildlife that lives in Kenya. This is the first Life in Africa of 2024, and it should be a really good one. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to start by giving out information on the African country Kenya. So Kenya is a country in East Africa. It is a member of the African Union with a population of more than 47.6 million in the 2019 census. Kenya is the 28th most populous country in the world and the 7th most populous in Africa. Kenya's capital and largest city is Nairobi, while its oldest and second largest city, which until 1907 was also Kenya's first capital city, is the major port city of Mombasa, which includes Mombasa Island in the Indian Ocean and the surrounding mainland. Kenya is bordered by South Sudan to the northwest, Ethiopia to the north, Somalia to the east, Uganda to the west, Tanzania to the south, and the Indian Ocean to the southeast. Kenya's geography, climate, and population vary widely, ranging from cold, snow-capped mountaintops with vast surrounding forest, wildlife, and fertile agricultural regions to temperate climates in western and Rift Valley counties, and further on to dry, less fertile, arid and semi-arid areas and absolute deserts. So Kenya has snowy mountains, and they have vast surrounding forest, wildlife, and agricultural regions to temperature climates that is pretty hot. Africa does get hot every once in a while. So Kenya is the world's 47th largest country after Madagascar. Kenya's climate varies from tropical along the coast to temperate island to arid in the north and northeast parts of the country. The area receives a great deal of sunshine every month. It is usually cool at night and early in the morning inland at higher elevations. The long rain season occurs from March, April to May, June. The short rain season occurs from October to November or December. The rainfall is sometimes heavy and often falls in the afternoons and evenings. Climate change is altering the natural pattern of the rainfall period, causing an extension of the short rains, which has beget floods, and reducing the drought cycle from every 10 years to annual events, producing strong droughts such as the 2008-2009 Kenya drought. The temperature remains high throughout these months of tropical rain. The hottest period is February and March, leading into the season of long rains, and the coldest is in July until mid-August. Climate change is posing an increasing threat to global social, economic development, and environmental sustainability. Developing countries with low adaptive capacity and high vulnerability to the phenomenon are disproportionately affected. Climate change in Kenya is increasingly impacting the lives of Kenya's citizens and the environment. Climate change has led to more frequent extreme weather events like droughts, which last longer than usual, irregular and unpredictable rainfall, flooding, and increasing temperatures. Kenya has considerable land area devoted to wildlife habitats, including the Masai Mara, where blue wildebeest and other bovids participate in a large-scale annual migration. More than 1 million wildebeest and 200,000 zebras participate in the migration across the Mare River. The big five game animals of Africa, that is the lion, leopard, buffalo, rhinoceros, and elephant, can be found in Kenya and in the Masai Mara in particular. A significant population of other wild animals, reptiles, and birds can be found in the national parks and game reserves in the country. The annual animal migration occurs between June and September, with millions of animals taking part, attracting valuable foreign tourism. 2 million wildebeest migrate a distance of 1,802 miles from the Serengeti in neighboring Tanzania to the Masai Mara in Kenya in a constant clockwise fashion, searching for food and water supplies. The Serengeti migration of the wildebeest is listed among the 7 natural wonders of Africa. And that is information on the African country, Kenya. All right, enough of the boring stuff, enough of social studies class. Now let's learn about animal life in Kenya. Let's learn about all the land animals that live in Kenya. So let's start with the wildebeest. The wildebeest will be our first animal that we discuss. And here is an image of what a wildebeest looks like. So, wildebeest fall prey to large carnivores, especially the spotted hyena, the Nile crocodile, and the lion. Wildebeest often graze in mixed herds with zebra, which gives heightened awareness of potential predators. They are also alert to the warning signals emitted by other animals, such as baboons. Wildebeest are a tourist attraction, but compete with domesticated livestock for pasture and are sometimes blamed by farmers for transferring diseases and parasites to their cattle. Major predators that feed on wildebeest include the lion, hyena, African wild dog, cheetah, leopard, and crocodile, which seem to favor the wildebeest over other prey. Wildebeest, however, are very strong and can inflict considerable injury even to a lion. Wildebeest have a maximum running speed of around 50 miles per hour. The primary defensive tactic is herding, where the young animals are protected by the older, larger ones while the herd runs as a group. Typically, the predators attempt to isolate a young or ill animal and attack without having to worry about the herd. And that is the wildebeest, a land animal found in Kenya. And wildebeest are herbivorous, meaning they feed on plant matter. All right, let's move on to our next animal, and it is one of the most beautiful animals from Kenya, one of my favorite animals, and that is the incredible zebra. I've always been fascinated with zebras ever since I was a young boy. I've always liked zebras. I have yet to see a live zebra in person. The zoo near my house does not have zebras yet, but it would be cool to see a live zebra. Now, zebra stripes come in different patterns, unique to each individual. Several theories have been proposed for the function of these stripes, with most evidence supporting them as a deterrent for biting flies. Zebras inhabit eastern and southern Africa and can be found in a variety of habitats such as savannas, grasslands, woodlands, shrublands, and mountainous areas. Zebras are primarily grazers and can subsist on lower quality vegetation. They are preyed on mainly by lions and typically flee when threatened, but they also bite and kick to defend themselves. Zebra's dazzling stripes make them among the most recognizable mammals. A zebra's diet is mostly grasses and sedges, but they will opportunistically consume bark, leaves, buds, fruits, and roots. Zebras are preyed on mainly by lions. Leopards, cheetahs, spotted hyenas, brown hyenas, and wild dogs pose less of a threat to adults. Nile crocodiles also prey on zebras when they are near water. Biting and kicking are a zebra's defensive tactic. When threatened by lions, zebras flee, and when caught, they are rarely effective in fighting off the big cats. And that is the gorgeous zebra. All right, so now we're going to move on to some predators from Africa. Let's learn about the mighty lion. The lion is an incredible cat, an incredible feline. And male lions are the most stunning of all. The lion inhabits grasslands, savannas, and shrublands. It is usually more diurnal than other wild cats, which means they're active at day and they sleep at night. But when persecuted, it adapts to being active at night and at twilight. The lion is a muscular, broad-chested cat with a short, rounded head, a reduced neck, and round ears. Males have broader heads. The fur varies in color from light buff to silvery gray, yellowish red, and dark brown. The colors of the underparts are generally lighter. A newborn lion has dark spots which fade as the cub reaches adulthood, although faint spots often may still be seen on the legs and underparts. African lions live in scattered populations across sub-Saharan Africa. The lion prefers grassy plains and savannas, scrub bordering rivers, and open woodlands with bushes. It rarely enters closed forest. The lion is a generalist hyper carnivore and is considered to be both an apex and keystone predator due to its wide prey spectrum. Its prey consists mainly of ungulates, particularly blue wildebeest, plain zebra, African buffalo, common warthog, gemsbok, and giraffe. That is information on the mighty lion. The lion is a very cool cat, but I definitely would not want to be bitten by a lion. That is for sure. All right, the next land animal we're going to talk about is the leopard, a beautiful cat from Kenya. So the leopard is adapted to a variety of habitats, ranging from rainforest to steppe, including arid and montane areas. It is an opportunistic predator, hunting mostly ungulates and primates. It relies on its spotted pattern for camouflage as it stalks and ambushes its prey, which it sometimes drags up a tree. It is a solitary animal outside the mating season and when raising cubs. The leopard's fur is generally soft and thick, notably softer on the belly than on the back. Its skin color varies between individuals from pale yellowish to dark golden, with dark spots grouped in rosettes. Its underbelly is white and its ringed tail is shorter than its body. Its pupils are round. The leopard is a slender and muscular cat with relatively short limbs and a broad head. The leopard is a carnivore that prefers medium-sized prey with a body mass ranging from 22 to 88 pounds. Prey species in this weight range tend to occur in dense habitat and to form small herds. Species that prefer open areas and have well-developed anti-predatory strategies are less preferred. More than 100 prey species have been recorded. The most preferred species are ungulates, such as impala, bush buck, common duiker, and chitail. Primates preyed upon include white-eyelid mangabeys, gunyons, and gray langurs. And that is the beautiful leopard. It kind of looks like the jaguar from South America, but the leopard is more dangerous than the jaguar, I believe. All right, so the next animal from Kenya we're going to talk about is the largest mammal in the world. It is the elephant. And elephants are very intelligent, they're very smart, and they are very cool. I like elephants. It's a shame they get so big. They'd be cool to visit in a zoo. So let's learn about the elephant, shall we? So, the elephant is the largest living land animal. Elephants are scattered throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Elephants are herbivorous, and they eat leaves, twigs, fruit, bark, grass, and roots. Because of their large size, elephants have a huge impact on their environments, and they are considered keystone species. Their habit of uprooting trees and undergrowth can transform savanna into grasslands where smaller herbivores can access trees mowed down by elephants. When they dig for water during droughts, they create water holes that can be used by other animals. So elephants have a big benefit to Kenya and other parts of Africa as well. All right, now we're going to talk about one of the top apex predators from Kenya, and that is the Nile crocodile. Certainly an intimidating reptile. The Nile crocodile feasts on wildebeest and zebras as they migrate from the Masai Mara to Kenya. So let's learn about the Nile crocodile. Now, this is a large crocodilian native to freshwater habitats in Africa. It is present in 26 countries, including Kenya. It is widely distributed in sub-Saharan Africa, occurring mostly in the eastern, southern, and central regions of the continent, and lives in different types of aquatic environments, such as lakes, rivers, swamps, and marshlands. Although capable of living in saline environments, this species is rarely found in salt water, but occasionally it inhabits deltas and brackish lakes. The range of this species once stretched northward throughout the Nile River as far north as the Nile Delta. Generally, the adult male Nile crocodile is between 11 foot 6 inches and 16 foot 5 inches in length and can weigh anywhere from 500 to 1,650 pounds. Nile crocodiles are opportunistic apex predators. They are a very aggressive crocodile. They are capable of taking almost any animal within their range. They are generalists, taking a variety of prey. Their diet consists mostly of different species of fish, reptiles, birds, and mammals. They are ambush predators that can wait for hours, days, and even weeks for the suitable moment to attack. They are agile predators and wait for the opportunity for a prey item to come well within attack range. Even swift prey are not immune to attack. Like other crocodiles, Nile crocodiles have a powerful bite that is unique among all animals, and sharp, conical teeth that sink into flesh, allowing a grip that's almost impossible to loosen. Some of the prey items that Nile crocodile eat include wildebeest, zebras, birds, fish, and other mammals. The Nile crocodile is one of the most dangerous species of crocodiles and is responsible for hundreds of human deaths every year. So if I were a human, I would not get anywhere near a Nile crocodile. I am a human, but I'm saying I would never go anywhere near a Nile crocodile. All right, let's talk about one last land animal from Kenya, and it's another predator, another carnivore from Kenya, and it is the spotted hyena. Hyenas are crazy dogs, but they are kind of cool looking. The spotted hyena is the most carnivorous member, where spotted hyenas and lions occupy the same geographic area. The two species occupy the same ecological niche and are thus in direct competition with one another. In some cases, the extent of a dietary overlap can be as high as 68.8%. Lions typically ignore spotted hyenas unless they are on a kill or are being harassed by them. The spotted hyena preys on wildebeest, zebras, and other mammals and other smaller animals. And that is the spotted hyena, a very unique looking dog from Africa, a predatory dog from Kenya. All right, we've talked about land animals from Kenya. Now let's talk about aquatic animals and tropical fish, freshwater tropical fish from Kenya. And we're going to start with the tiger scat. The tiger scat is a cool freshwater fish. It's available in the aquarium hobby. One cool fact about the tiger scat is that it's the only scat that can live in 100% pure freshwater. And the tiger scat comes from Africa. And one of the countries you can find the tiger scat in is Kenya. I've always wanted to keep tiger scats. I think they're a very cool fish, but I have had a hard time finding them locally, and it can be a very expensive fish because tiger scats, for the most part, are wild caught. They're collected out of African rivers, and they're pretty pricey, but they are definitely a cool fish from Kenya. All right. The next fish we're going to talk about lives in both saltwater, freshwater, and brackish water, and it can be found in Kenya, and that is the mono, a very gorgeous silvery fish that is triangular shaped, very popular fish in the aquarium hobby. A lot of people keep these guys in brackish water, but they can be adjusted and acclimated to a saltwater aquarium. Unfortunately, some fish stores will sell these in full freshwater, but from a friend's experience who has kept these guys, they don't do very well in freshwater after a certain size. So monos are better suited in brackish aquariums and saltwater aquariums, and they are a species of fish that you'll find in Kenya. So I've never kept a tiger scat, and I have never kept a mono, but I have kept this fish that you can find in Kenya, and that is the giraffe catfish. Giraffe catfish are pretty cool cats. They are monster catfish, and there are a plethora of different giraffe catfish species. Many of them can grow up to 18 inches or more, but there are dwarf variants of giraffe catfish out there. There's probably like 20, 30, or 40 different species of giraffe cats. These guys are very fun, and they're very cool to keep in a home aquarium. They're almost like a vacuum when they're eating. They'll eat just about anything from market shrimp, tilapia, earthworms, pellets, flakes. They are not picky eaters. They are like most catfish, and they will eat anything that is thrown their way. Very, very cool catfish. If you ever have the opportunity to get a giraffe cat, I definitely recommend it because you're definitely going to enjoy keeping and raising a giraffe catfish. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick intermission, which is being brought to us by our supporters. Looking for quality, rare, exotic fish like lungfish, datnoids, stingrays, arowanas, and more? Well, you can check out oasisaquaticsnj.com because they're your hookup for exotic fish. If you need aquarium supplies, you can check out Little Egypt Aquarium Club and find good priced aquarium supplies on their website. During this intermission, you're going to hear a word from our supporters, and you're going to hear about a couple of interesting books and an upcoming live stream that I'm doing that you're invited to. When we come back, we will talk about the final fish that live in Kenya. So don't go anywhere, folks. There's more fun to be had right after this.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
Do you have kids who want to get a fish tank? Do your kids want to enter the aquarium hobby? The aquarium hobby is very relaxing and rewarding, but it can be quite the undertaking for a first-time hobbyist. Luckily, there is one young man who was once in your shoes. He decided to research and learn about the aquarium hobby, and used his experiences to write and publish a book for future kids entering the aquarium hobby. Introducing Fish Keeping for Kids, written and published by Brian Conway. Everything you need to know about the aquarium hobby in one book. Fish Keeping for Kids is a guide to keeping fish and other aquatic creatures. It uses easy-to-read language and images to help the information be easily understood. While it was written especially for kids 8 years old and up, it is a good guide for people of any age. This book covers all the basics and some intermediate level topics to help someone get started and learn more about caring for fish and other aquatic animals. What do you get from Fish Keeping for Kids? Friendly. It was written by a kid for kids. Simple. Written in easy to understand language for kids and adults. Informative. Full of charts, graphs, and diagrams to make it easy to follow along with. Complete. All of the things someone should know when they start fish keeping. For more information and to purchase a copy of Fish Keeping for Kids, please visit www.fishkeepingforkids.com. That's fishkeepingforkids.com.
Little Egypt Aquarium Club is a proud supporter of Aqua Alex Cardinale and Aquatic Wetline. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is an aquarium club in Redbud, Illinois, but it's also an online tropical fish supplies website. On the Little Egypt Aquarium Club website, you'll find tropical fish food such as repashy and flakes. You'll also find medications and breeding supplies and even live angel fish. Everything and anything you may need for your freshwater aquarium can be found at Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Orders over $200 get free shipping. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is giving a 10% discount by using the code ALEX. Remember, save 10% by using coupon code ALEX. Little Egypt Aquarium Club, my Shopify. Come.
Do you love to read? Are you looking for the next drama fiction book to read? You should check out Moments the Weekend, written and published by Catherine Jones. Escape into a world of emotions and experiences with Catherine's latest book, Moments the Weekend. Immerse yourself in a captivating journey that explores the magic hidden within the ordinary. About the book. In Moments, the Weekend, discover the power of seemingly simple moments as they unfold over a weekend. Through laughter, tears, and unexpected twists, the characters invite you to join them on a roller coaster of emotions. It's a story that will resonate with anyone who cherishes the beauty of life's fleeting moments. Why you'll love it. Engaging characters you'll connect with. A plot that keeps you hooked from start to finish. A celebration of the beauty in everyday life. Thank you for your support. As an independent author, your support means the world to Catherine. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Get your copy today and dive into the magic. https://tntbsmedia.com/ On the next Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale, live Saturday, January 13th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, get ready for another awesome show. Learn about one of South America's apex predators of the Amazon River, the giant river otter. Alex will be discussing tips for a successful year and how to overcome depression. Chef Alex will discuss childhood comfort foods. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish is the Orinoco peacock bass. Aqua Alex's featured fish is the jade goby. Sergeant Slaughter will have facts on Bertucci's Italian restaurant. Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan Alex Cardinale will recap the Buccaneers' regular season and get you ready for the postseason. Karens of the Week, funny videos, and more. Live Saturday, January 13th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale and Instagram Alex Cardinale 93.
Welcome back to Life in Africa, episode 4. And today we are talking about the African country Kenya and Kenya wildlife. Before our intermission, we talked about land animals that live in Kenya, and we talked about some fish species that live in Kenya. And now we are going to conclude the show with 3 more fish species that live in Kenya. So we have a very interesting catfish that we are now going to talk about. It is called the African sea catfish, and it can be found in freshwater, if I'm not mistaken. This catfish migrates from freshwater to saltwater, so it can live in both freshwater and saltwater. A definitely interesting catfish that I have never seen before. There are plenty of fish species living in Africa, I'm sure, that I and many scientists have never seen before. But apparently this African sea catfish can get up to 18 inches, and it lives in freshwater and saltwater. A very cool sea cat. Very, very cool. It kind of reminds me of the Colombian shark from South America. All right. This next fish I've actually kept before. It is kind of popular in the aquarium hobby, but for some reason, it's not as popular as it used to be. And that is the water cow goby. And just like the jade goby, the water cow goby has an interesting distribution. It is found all over the world. It is found in South America, Africa, Central America, and if I'm not mistaken, there are some that even live in North America. So the water cow goby is extremely hardy and can adapt to a variety of water parameters. These guys are true monsters in the aquarium hobby. They can get up to 2 feet in length, and they are ferocious feeders. They will eat just about anything that will fit in their mouth, so you have to be very careful with tank mates that you choose for the water cow goby. But nonetheless, it is definitely a very, very cool oddball fish species from Africa. And last but not least, we have a fish that I'm sure fishermen love from Kenya and Africa because it's going to put up a good battle at the end of the line, and that is the Indo-Pacific tarpon. And tarpon is another fish that has a wide distribution. There are some tarpon that live in the United States of America, and there are others that can be found in Africa. This particular species, the Indo-Pacific tarpon, is found in Kenya and other African countries. Now, the Indo-Pacific tarpon lives in both freshwater and saltwater. It can actually live its full life in freshwater. That's why the Indo-Pacific tarpon is really popular in the aquarium hobby, is because it gets monstrous, but it can live in full freshwater. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Indo-Pacific tarpon is the one tarpon species that is legal to keep in Florida. Now, these are really, really strong predators. They are opportunistic, feeding on smaller fish, crustaceans, and even plants, rarely. In saltwater, they feed mainly on prawns and herring, but also many other small fish. In freshwater, no significant difference in their food habits is seen. They eat freshwater prawns and bony bream mainly, and that is the Indo-Pacific tarpon. You know, I've always liked tarpon. I've kind of wanted to keep some of them, but I haven't seen them personally. And when my local fish store gets tarpon in, they sell out quickly because tarpon are really popular here in Florida. You can go to a Bass Pro Shop and you can see tarpon on display, but I believe those are the Atlantic tarpon. And I don't think you can keep Atlantic tarpon, but in Florida you can keep the Indo-Pacific tarpon. And speaking of Bass Pro Shops and tarpon, unfortunately, some knucklehead decided it was a smart idea to steal a tarpon from the display aquarium in Miami. That is awful. I hope that tarpon lived. I hope they didn't kill it or anything, because that's a waste of a fish that is really protected here in Florida. I can't believe someone would do that to the Miami Bass Pro Shops. Very, very sad. All right. And that is this episode of Life in Africa. I hope you enjoyed learning about the African country Kenya, and I hope you enjoyed learning about all the incredible animals from Kenya, from the Nile crocodile to the zebra to the elephant to the spotted hyena and the lion. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please hit the like button so that more people can see it. And please share this video on social media. I will greatly appreciate it. Our next episode of Life in the Amazon, our next episode of Life in Africa will feature the African country Tanzania. We will learn about the aquatic animals and the land animals that live in Tanzania. So, Life in Africa, episode 5, our next episode will be on Tanzania. So get ready to learn about Tanzania in a couple of weeks. And to see my previous episodes of Life in Africa, just go to my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale, and go to the Life in Africa playlist, and you can see my previous episodes. Shelly says, great show, Alex. Thank you. Thank you, Shelly, for once again tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm glad you're watching live. I really appreciate your view. With that being said, I would like to wish all my viewers a good evening, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale, and ding that notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video or I go live next. Good night, everybody.
The Real Alex Cardinale would like to thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed the show and learned something new. please take a moment to hit the like button. Please hit the share button and share today's video on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. If you are not yet subscribed, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel. Simply hit the subscribe button and then ding the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live next or upload a new video. Please like our Facebook page, The Real Alex Cardinale, for exclusive news and updates on live streams and exciting videos. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.